Hello everyone, it's Fine and Steady. I'm gonna try to do this video in one take because I need to get this uploaded as soon as possible. There have been fundamental changes to Bitcoin. I have actually closed my trade, and if you are still in a trade, I recommend you either close it or you start playing with a stop loss. The whales have started to sell Bitcoin. This is the fundamental change, and we need to react appropriately as experienced and patient traders, okay? Let me show you everything that's happening right now. If you see here on the Bitcoin chart, well, we had this nice cup and handle forming with the 73,000 US dollar price target. Well, unfortunately, we had the breakout and the fundamentals were strong, but generally what happens is that if you have a breakout to a new all-time high on the weekends, when the institutions are not able to trade, well, they like to bring the boat back to them so that they can profit from the new all-time highs as well. And actually, it's more serious than this. So what I did in the morning was I took some profits off the table. I set a stop loss at around the 57,500 US dollar mark, and I did get stopped out, which means that my trade is now currently gone. So if you have any profits still, I recommend taking them and closing the trade. Or if you have a bit higher risk tolerance, well, I still recommend playing with the stop loss at this point and putting it somewhere between the 56 and the 57,000 US dollar mark, because if we go below this pattern gets pretty much invalidated, which means that we're due for a big leg down. And as always, taking profits in Bitcoin is never a mistake, because you're taking profits in one of the scarcest assets of mankind, one of the most in-demand assets of mankind. So when you take profits, if Bitcoin continues going up later and we're wrong, well, you still get to enjoy those gains as well. Let me show you now what the whales are doing. If we go here and we look at the number of addresses with balances above 1K, well, you can see that since the end of February, actually, the whales have started to sell off their Bitcoin. And this is a pretty big change from approximately 2,500 down to around 2,300, which is a sale of like 200 whales, which is approximately just under or around 10%, because I'm ballparking it here. But it means that 10% of the whales have started to sell off their Bitcoin, which is absolutely huge. And it seems like that momentum is continuing all the way until today. And let me show you what happened the last time that this started happening. If you look here in 2013, once the whales started selling dramatically, well, we still had 3 or 4 weeks of the bull run continuing until the dump started happening. So I believe that this is an indicator that this bull run might be over much sooner than we thought, and we need to start playing very cautiously in the markets at the moment. Now, if we go back and we look at the Bitcoin addresses with more than 10K Bitcoin, right? This is, I don't know, how much is 10K? 10,000 Bitcoin times $58,000 gives us, what's that? We have thousands, millions. That's people with more than 580 million US dollars in Bitcoin. Well, they have started to sell as well, especially near the end. The sell rate is actually starting to increase, and it is at the lowest that it's been since 2014. This is the total number of addresses with more than 580 million in Bitcoin. As you see, it is nearing the low of 2014. What does this mean for the long-term future of Bitcoin? Actually, nothing at all. Long-term, the prices are still going to go up. But short-term, we do see that the institutions are starting to manipulate the markets towards a downward trajectory by selling. Maybe manipulate is the wrong word, but the institutions are starting to sell. The question is, have they just sold it to over-the-counter markets where other institutions are going to pick this up, which is a very likely scenario actually? Or have they actually just started selling and they're dumping it onto the retail customers? At this moment, it's still a little bit too early to answer that question, but we need to start to play very cautiously, especially if you're making any short-term moves. In your holding portfolio, make no changes at all. Just hold and hold and hold, and you're going to be fine. Maybe in the short term, we're going to have to endure a couple of dips, but long term, it's going to go up. Like I said, I hope this research was informative, not financial advice. I'm just showing you what's happening on the charts, what I've done personally with my trade, and thank you guys for watching. Smash up that like button because this is an important video that people need to see right now, and we need to get that YouTube algorithm working to make this the most profitable Bitcoin community on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.